Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning to you. Good morning. Listen, let's get ready. Choir, welcome to Jesus and the whole lot of coffee. Come on, the choir's getting better. The choir is getting better. Welcome to Jesus and a whole lot of coffee. Coffee Bean community, how you doing? How you doing? Listen, can you do me a favor? Listen. Can you go ahead? You know, I'm an ex. Let me go and put it in my banner. Can you share this out, friends? Friends, I need you to share this. Go ahead and like it, share it. You can even tag somebody in the comment section and let them come on in. I'm going to comment my mama. You hear me in the background, I'm going to turn it down. Share it out. I'm going to say, Mama, come join the conversation. I'm inviting my brother them to join the conversation. I'll invite some folks, y'all, because I want them to be a part of this talk today. So just invite some people, put it in the comment section, say hey to me, and I will definitely say hey back. I am loud, live. I'm here and ready to do some talking. Let's get into the cup of the week. Listen, the cup of the week is a repeat, but I wanted to remind y'all that I love you to the moon and back. I love y'all so much. I'm so thankful for you joining in with us every week at Jesus and a Whole Lot of Coffee. I do believe this is the best community ever, the Coffee Bean community. I'm so thankful that you can be a part of it and that you are here. I hope y'all enjoyed last week's conversation and that you're making some commitments. You're making some commitments. I'm hoping that you're making your commitments. You're writing them down. Hope that you're already living to them. I'm your accountability partner, so I'm checking in to make sure that you are doing and keeping your word in this season. All right, let's get into what's brewing. So I have my, let's see guys sip together. Come on, cheers to you. Y'all, it's so good. It's so good. It's a little dark roast with a little caramel macchiato creamer. Now, I'm going to switch to peppermint a little bit closer to Christmas because, you know, it is the holiday season, so you got to do a little balance. You know, you got to have balance. Now, getting into what's brewing. I did this topic conversation for my sister's online broadcast. Go check out Destined for Greatness Ministry, awesome ministry in Birmingham, Alabama. But I did this conversation and it was called Do It Afraid. And I got it from Psalms 23. And we all know that the Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. He maketh me lie down in green pastures. He leads me beside still waters. He restoreth my soul. He leads me in the path of righteousness for his name's sake. Yea, though I walk through valleys of shadows of death, I will not fear, for you are with me. I will not fear, for you are with me. Listen, I wanted to kind of encourage you today to whatever you are envisioning for your future, whatever God has told you to do, whatever you are feeling very passionate about, I want to push you to do it afraid. I remember I used this quote from she's an amazing speaker, and I know a lot of y'all know her name is Iyanla Vanzant. She's had a show called Fix My Life, and she used to fix the saints' life. Now listen, I like when she said this statement. She said, if your dreams don't scare you to the point that a little pee run down your leg, it ain't big enough. It ain't big enough. It should scare you till you are so shook of that just a little pee come out. Because here's the thing, where you want to go, where God can take you is two different things, right? God can dream bigger for you than you could ever dream for yourself. God can dream bigger for you. That's from Oprah Winfrey, not mine. God can dream bigger for you than you could ever dream for yourself. What you believe for yourself is literally this small, this big. But what God can dream for you is massive, huge, beyond this world. And so sometimes when you have those visions, or even when you get a glimpse of that, it makes you afraid because you feel like, how can I do that? How can I make that happen? Because I've never seen it happen. I've never seen it even be manifested. And so it makes you a little afraid. But what I'm here to encourage you and to push you in a little bit is to do it. Do it afraid. I want to use this example. I was talking about this in the last sermon topic, and it was about Daniel and the lions. That we know this story, we've heard it growing up, and we hear about how Daniel was forced to go into a lion's den because of what he believed, because of his faith. He was forced to go into a lion's den. He had a lot of haters around him. Some of y'all may have that too, some haters around you, people who doubting you, people who trying you a little bit. That was what was going on in Daniel. And so Daniel was forced, because of the king, to go to a lion's den. Y'all, I want y'all to think for a minute how scary that was for him. That I know that God gave me this dream. I know God told me to believe this way. But because of what I believe, because of my faith, I'm forced to go into a lion's den situation. That is terrifying. This ain't no play lion. This ain't a kitty cat. This is a lion, huh? This is a real lion. This is a real lion. And so Daniel was scared. But here's the thing that I want you to get from this story, is that though he was forced to go into his lion's den, yes, he was scared, but he did it afraid. Some of you are facing some lion-sized situations, some things that are shaking you to your core, things that scare you, it terrifies you. But I'm here just to encourage you to do it afraid. Do it afraid so you can prove every doubter wrong. Do it afraid so that you can see past your limitations. Do it afraid because you know what not doing it looks like. You know how what standing still looks like. You know how when you didn't do anything, nothing happened for you. So do it afraid. Doing it afraid is better than doing nothing at all. And so don't be afraid when you're trembling. And if you're a little scared, and if you feel like you just, oh my God, I can't do it, still do it. Still do it. Because I know that there is something greater on the other side for you. If Daniel would have never did it afraid, oh my God, he would have never conquered the lion. He would have never made other people believe the God that he served. He would have never been considered a giant and a pioneer for faith. You can do it afraid. You can. You can. So by you doing it, you're going to prove so many doubters, so many haters, naysayers wrong. Because you know what? You got this. Don't be discouraged. Don't be dismayed. Don't get weary in your well-doing, because listen, in due season, you're going to reap a harvest. Do it afraid, y'all. Do it afraid. Don't let the situation, the current problem stop you or block you from the promise that God has for you. Please don't let it do it. Just do it a little bit afraid. And I would even push it to this. Do it a little bit weary. Do it a little bit tired. Do it a little bit angry. Do it. Just do it. Because God got your back. And if God got your back, baby, that's better than the whole army. Cousin, friends. All right? Do it afraid. Do it afraid. Listen, I'm so thankful that you joined me this morning. But I do have a confession. I have a confession that I want to share with the saints. Now, you know, when you're in church and the pastor gets up and he gives a sermon and he says, I want you to turn to your neighbor. You see how they talking to their neighbor. They just, the babies talking to their neighbors and they don't. Listen, I don't like that. I don't like, it's a confession. I don't, Lord, please, the church, but I don't like talking to my neighbor. I do not. I like talking to myself. I don't like it because sometimes neighbors keep talking. I be like, am I being antisocial? But and then some pastors, they keep doing it. They be like, tell your neighbor A, tell your neighbor B. I be like, Jesus, just one time. I can do one time, not 15. Listen, why don't we do this instead? Preachers, why don't we go and say, hey, go talk to the wall and tell that wall how good God is. Because sometimes you got to tell the wall. You see how this man is doing that? He feels empowered by talking to the wall. Listen, what about that? Or what about Tell the Lord. Look to the sky and tell the Lord what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? Repeat after me and tell Jesus. Tell yourself. Tell your innocent. Listen, stop making us to our neighbors. Because some of us are introverts or antisocial. And sometimes we don't want to talk to our neighbor. I know sometimes for me, this breath be hot. It be hot. It melts the saints. And so I may not be prepared to talk to my neighbor. Don't put that pressure on me. Huh? Don't put that pressure on me. And I ain't got no mint in my bag. I ain't even got no peppermint and no gum. I'm scaring my neighbor. Let's get some other choices. Talk to yourself. Talk to Jesus. I don't want to talk to my neighbor every time. All right, y'all, this is my last cup. I want to encourage you to keep making your commitments, to dream even bigger, and that also do it afraid. Do it afraid. Remember, you may want to give up, and you may be close to giving up, but don't you dare give up. You are closer than you think. Come on, let's take our last sip together. Come on. Ooh, I think that was the best sip. That made my Shauna not come. Listen, have a great, amazing, terrific, and outstanding Saturday. You got this.